Hey everybody, Skyrlink here. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. In the last episode, we completed the fourth and pretty much final section of the Pharaoh's Lighthouse, and we also killed another Esper, Marshall. We'll call him Marshall. And we got all the way here right before the Sun-Cryst. And this time, we're not going to dilly-dally anymore. We're just going to head straight forward. Let me just say, we are about to enter what I consider to be the strongest moment. Literally the best part of the entire game right here. Like, it makes this entire trek worth it, let me tell you. This tower, wrought by hands undying, heaven-bound path. You who master power, wisdom, mist, the tower's secrets are for you, and you and Lo. Claim them. To heaven's last height you now ascend. Chosen, know now the reason of your choosing. This waystone will take us exactly where we need to go. Let's go.
So this is the Sun-Cryst.
King Wraithwall stood here. With this sword, he cut the Sun-Cryst and took its power in his hand.
But you're going to use the sword to destroy the Sun-Cryst. Aren't you, Ash?
Don't interrupt me, Vaughn. You want revenge? You would have me use the stone? You would have me destroy the Empire? Is this my duty? Is this what you want? I cannot.
Why do you hesitate? Take what is yours. The Cryst is a blade. It was meant for you. Wield it. Avenge your father. Yes, it was I who wore Bashi's face, who cut down the life of Dalmasca. Lady Ash, your father's murderer is here.
You and Rex!
I slew your king. I slew your country. Do these deeds not demand vengeance? Yes, good. Find your wrath. Take up your sword. Fight, and serve those who died before you.
A Judge Magister there was. 2 years passed. He took in his hand the Midlight Shard, stolen from Nabradia, and used it not knowing what he did. And Nabudis was blown away. Cid ordered this of him, to learn the Nethicite's true power. That man swore never to let such terrible power be used again. He forsook his Judicious plate and his name.
Judge Zect.
It's been too long, Gabranth. Reach out your hand, Lady Ash. But remember, that which you must grasp is something beyond revenge, something greater than despair. Something beyond our reach. Try as we might, Gabranth. History's chains bind us too tightly.
No, we cannot escape the past. This man is living proof. What is your past, daughter of Damaska? Did you not swear revenge? Do the dead not demand it?
Wrestler. My prince. Our time was short. Yet I know this. You are not the kind to take base revenge! The Wrestler I knew is gone.
You are our saint, Tashalia Banargan. You must use the Nephesite. You must be the one to straighten history's weave.
I am no false saint for you to use.
Ash.
In all Dalmasca's long history, not once did we rely on the Dusk Shard. Our people resolved never to use it, though their need might be dire. That was the Dalmasca I wanted back. To use the stone now would be to betray that. I will destroy the Sun-Cryst. I will discard the stone.
You claim only of power? What of your broken kingdom's shame? The dead demand justice!
You're wrong. What would change? I can't help my brother now. My brother's gone. He's dead.
Even with power, we cannot change what is past. What is done, is done.
Yet without power, what future can you claim? What good a kingdom you cannot defend?
Then I will defend Queen and Kingdom both.
Ha! Defend? You? You who failed Landis and Dalmasca. What can shame hope to keep safe? Your shield is shattered. Your oaths poison those you would protect.
At long last, we face the man on the cover, Judge Gabranth. This guy, I'll be frank, is kind of pathetic, as are all the judges. He isn't too bad. He's got a couple of dangerous moves like Sentence. It can kind of do a little bit of damage, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before. Now, I do recommend that you do have Bosch out on the party, because, any second now...
Hear me, Bosch. Do not think killing the Kingslayer will win you back your honor. When you abandoned home and kin, your name was forever stained with blood.
Aye. This stain is mine to bear, but I will bear it willingly, knowing that I did all that I could for hope.
Preen and strut as you like. In the end, we are the same. Bloodthirsting carrion birds. Hellbent on revenge.
Yeah, you get yourself some extra stuff. Here's his super powerful ultra mega attack, Guilt. Ooh, getting close to killing Vaughn there. Yikes, he almost got me. I don't think we've died to a judge before. Actually, no, I think Judge Geese might have got us. Oh no. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on wailing on Gabranth. Just watch out for his Sentence. Other than that, he's not too bad.
So you, too, would leave your debts unpaid.
Enough of this! I can bear no more. You disappoint me, Gabranth.
What?
He trusted you. When you bared steel against the princess, you forswore your obligations to your emperor. You shame yourself and make mockery of Lord Lars's trust. You are unfit to serve him as sword or shield, and so I release you from that service. Your presence is neither required nor welcome. Gabranth!
You were only a tool of this Venar.
How quaint. We are allies. The Ocuria give men power as a master feeds his dog. It is meant to tame us. How well you've resisted their wile. By turning your back on their stones, you give us free hand to write our own history.
And at what price? Dalmasca's freedom for your Nethicite? I shall not suffer you to have it. The Sun-Cryst be damned!
Be sure that it is! For what other purpose do you think you've brought us here? But, my lady, I would have you stay your Acurian sword. The Sun-Cryst is glutted with mist, and so precious a thing must not be squandered. Let us use the stone! Finish this for now! Shards of Nethicite, cocoon of the Sun-Cryst, spill forth your mist upon this evil east. Let sea and sky be awash in it, that Bahamut may come and drink his fill. And lo, how brightly burned their lanthorn! Casts it back the shadow of a Curian design, testament that man's history shall be his alone!
You made your Nethicite for this. You mimic the Ocuria stone for what? To become a god yourself?
On whose shoulders better to stand than those of the would-be gods? Ah, such high hopes I once had, but you ran, and they with you. Alas, the hour of your return is late. Come, family, revel in the glory of my triumph!
The real fight with Dr. Sid begins at long last. Started off, he's kind of similar to how we fought him all that time ago, way back in the Dracula Laboratory, so not much has changed. So starting off, we're just going to keep on going for him. He's not too dangerous. He doesn't have any of his wacky little toys. But my god!
No pity from me! Stand and fight!
My boy Dr. Sid packing the heat blocked. He shot 1,000,000 bullets and he blocked. Nice. That is incredible.
Behold the manufactured Nethicite, the fruit of our power and knowledge. See what the stone of man is capable of. Witness its power with your own eyes. Fanfreed to me!
Seems we gotta deal with an Esper on our hands. Famfrit! He is protecting Dr. Sid with all his power. So for the time being, what I recommend you do is do not attack Dr. Sid. You attack Famfrit instead. That is what you want to do. That is the key. Don't guys, don't attack Dr. Sid. It's worthless. Just everyone target Famfrit. Redis, I know you hate Dr. Sid's guts, but we got a fight to win here. The whole fate of Evil East rests on this battle. Makes it sound like it's a final boss, but in reality it was not, and you guys are not listening to me. Bonnie Pooh, you're our man. Famfrit, he's not too bad, and Ash is dead. Nice. I mean, not nice, but like... We just gotta deal with this. I'm gonna get away from Dr. Sid so that way Vaughn will not target him. As long as you keep your healing game up and running, Briny Cannonade, as long as you keep your healing game on top, it's not too bad of a boss fight. That's why I said, that's why I also kind of saved my LP, my 500 LP that I have on everybody. I didn't think it was necessary to use it, because we were doing perfectly fine. And I'll save it for our next little bonus video, but I'll save that for a different conversation. Holy crap, I'm having some deja vu. There comes the big ol' wacky move. Ouchie, ouchie, ouch. She can cast Silence. Ash is dead. That ain't good. So we're gonna need to fix that. Come on, Ash, get yourself a Kiraja so we can deal with this. I'm just gonna stay silent because honestly, do I really see Vaughn yanking out the Kiraga or the Asunas? I don't really see that happening. No offense. We're doing it. Dr. Sid can cast Haste on Famfrit, which is kind of crazy. He's packing heat! Like I mentioned before, Dr. Sid, every time he's here, he steals the freaking show. He's amazing. His performance in this game is freaking fantastic. Easily my favorite Sid in any Final Fantasy game. Like, trust me, Sid from Final Fantasy VII, he's a cool dude, don't get me wrong. Sid from Final Fantasy X, he's a wacky man. Sid from Final Fantasy IX, I like him too. I like that he was a freaking frog type guy. But Bamford should be going down any second now. He's on the bit. The shield around Dr. Sid went away, but then it came back. But then he's doing wacky moves again. I get with this. But yeah, this is my favorite type of Sid in Final Fantasy. I mean, Sid as a character shows up every game. This is my favorite iteration of it. Of the character. Because it's not every day you get to see an evil Sid. I think they did it 13 as well. Alright, took care of that. That canceled my Phoenix down. Come on, man. We need to have Redis in this fight. 52 LP from killing that man. Very good. So now it's just like before. He's getting ready with the Gatling gun. He's getting ready to pack some heat.
No pity for me! Stand and fight!
I love you, Doctor. Alright, we should be pretty much in the clear from now on. Yeah, he's hurting us, though. He might have, not sure if he has anything on him, but we're taking damage as we whack him. Not a whole lot of damage, so it's not a big deal. But like, oh no, 48 damage. What am I gonna do? 6 damage. That's not good. Alright, Dr. Sid is almost down. We can finally put this man to rest.
Let him by for now. It is done. Ah, how I have enjoyed these 6 years.
The pleasure was all mine.
Was there no other way? Spend your pity elsewhere. If you are so set on running, hadn't you best be off, fool of a pirate?
Fran? Fran!
The mist burns to bursting. It beats. The cocoon. The Sun-Cryst bursts. You must run as far as you can.
Easy, Fran.
Hadn't you best be off? That's what a sky pirate does. You fly, don't you?
I suppose you'd better hang on then.
Ash, the sword! We have to stop it!
You must quit this place. It's reacting. I've not seen its like before. Nay, never this large. Never such threat impendent. For Nabudis.
Redis! Redis, no!
I, Judge Magister, condemn you to oblivion!
Redis.
Blast the sea, blast the waves, blast it all. I don't believe he's gone. He's Redis. How could he die? Hadn't you noticed? He'd be searching for... I can't even speak during this solemn moment. He'd been searching for a place to die all along. Lord Redis were the sort of man to run away from his promise by dying. He weren't. How could he abandon this town? You'd have him regret passing? You had him suffer and wail for eternity? That's not what I meant. No, if he's gone, then he should rest in peace. Gods know he deserves it. Then let him. If you have time to mourn and curse him, then you've certainly time to carry on what he started. If you don't wish an eternity of regret on him, Then let's do our part here, and know he's watching over us. Satisfied. Satisfied? Redis? We'd be lucky if we earned a not disappointed from him. But I suppose everything depends on us now. Us and Vaughn's crew. Since when have you been trusted that lot with more than a swab in the deck? I wasn't blind. I saw the faith that Redis had in them. I'm sure they'll discover what they need to do in short time. Speaking of which, did you tell them about our guest? They should be meeting up at the manse as we speak. Who is that odd fellow anyway?
Al-Cid?
We let ourselves inside. The situation is one demanding some haste, you understand?
How did you know where we were?
My little birds. They tell me many, many things. My lady, the war begins now.
Then you were unsuccessful in stopping the Rosarian fleet?
I used a variety of methods. All went according to plan until it came time to request withdrawal of our most devoted generals. In their enthusiasm for war, our great military leaders went behind my back straight to Marquis Sandor's resistance.
The Resistance?
During training, a division of the Resistance ignored their orders and disappeared. They were next found exchanging broadsides with the Imperials over Old Nabradia.
Why would they go there? They were asking to be found.
You misunderstand. Those ships must surely belong to Rosarian Division. They may have joined Ondor's resistance forces as patriots or even mercenaries, but in reality they are regulars of the Rosarian army, under direct command of our war pavilion. This fifth column has invaded Imperial airspace and provoked a response. Unable to abandon them, His Excellency the Marquis was obliged to give his main fleet the order to attack. And the battleground is Dalmasca.
Should this fight drag on, Rosaria will enter the fray. The defense of Dalmasca is their excuse, and we will have a war between empires.
Correct. They will bide their time waiting to strike until the Empire has spent itself against the Marquis. But then he will crush them and the Marquis both between his hands.
Vayne holds the Dusk Shard no longer. His advantage is lost.
Vayne has advantages enough. He stands on higher ground, and my birds tell me he has awoken something quite large. Bahamut, Lord of the Sky. There was a stirring in the mist, in the direction of Ridorana, I am told. Bahamut awoke soon after this.
It is the mist that came before the Cryst was undone. It breathed life into this Bahamut. If Rethers had not stopped it when he did, how much more mist might it have drunk? All went according to Dr. Sid's designs.
Yes, the man's last great accomplishment, I fear. And so it falls to me to put an end to the thing.
Vayne commands Bahamut himself?
He comes to Rabanastar.
Then I will defend Dalmasca and stop this Bahamut. This is my charge.
That's our charge, actually.
It's our home. It belongs to us all.
And my charge is to hinder and delay this Rosarian invasion for as long as is possible. I will do what I can. Ah, yes. When this unpleasantness is done, you must come to Rosaria. I will take you to the Amber Vale of Clan Margrace. Such things I will show you. Until then, I will be waiting.
Lovan, word from the Resistance. The Imperial Sky Fortress Bahamut is on the attack. This could be bad. We have no choice of fighting it from the ground. No, the only way to fight the Bahamut is to go to it by airship. The Skrull can now travel to Bahamut. Because of this, we are now in the endgame. By going to Bahamut, we are entering the final area of the game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The finale of Final Fantasy XII is upon us. We could go to Bahamut right away, but we're gonna hold off a bit. Just for one more episode. We made it to the Sun-Cryst. Fought Judge Gabranth, who tried to weasel Ash into using the stone, which is what they wanted all along, until Dr. Cid came in, fired Gabranth, and activated the Sun-Cryst by his own will. And with that, awakened the Bahamut. And with Dr. Cid and Redis' death, all that's left is Lord Vayne. We have to do it for Redis. We must not let his sacrifice be in vain. Get it? Not my best joke. Yikes. So what lies next? Next time, ladies and gentlemen, on Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, we make our final preparations and check out the last of the remaining extra areas I have yet to explore. I see one of them right over there. See you guys then.